Together for Hope in Texas works alongside local leaders and residents to create a better future for communities in 7 counties along the Mexico border. The counties are Willacy, Hidalgo, Star, Maverick, Dimmitt, Zabala, and Presidio. In each county, there are small communities known locally as colonias. Colonias are low-income neighborhoods lacking basic infrastructure and populated mostly by recent Mexican immigrants. Despite these often dire circumstances, the people possess many intangible assets they can draw upon to improve their conditions.
They struggle. They are survivors. It takes about 3 to 4 generations to overcome poverty and get it out of the colonia.
The fellowship partners with Buckner International to minister to thousands of residents each year. The partnership is called Kids Heart, drawing hundreds of fellowship Baptists to the Rio Grande Valley annually. Volunteers serve through construction, children and youth camps, and medical and dental clinics, all of which make a big difference.
You see a dad being transformed by the power of the gospel, which is a big value to the family because mom and dad are in peace and the children are living happy. The value about repairing a house in a family, it brings a lot of value because they don't have the money to repair it within a week. All these volunteers advance the life of a family 7 years. It makes a big difference.
Rising out of poverty in the United States is difficult in any region within the country, but it is especially challenging for many of the county's residents because they don't speak English.
If your job consists simply of harvesting crops, then obviously you don't have the same kind of language needs. So as you begin to move up the ladder of sophistication in jobs and that sort of thing, then your literacy skills change. And since this project is about moving people out of poverty, then that's a parallel track to moving them up the ladder of literacy.
A major emphasis of the work by Together for Hope volunteers is teaching English, both to adults and children.
One of the most important things to understand about literacy or illiteracy is that it begins at a very early age. We understand now that from birth to age 3 are the most formative years in developing a child's mind. And that's why we're keen on the idea of getting books into the hands of parents and encouraging them to read to their children.
A lot of these children will get an education and they will come back and help their parents out of the poverty.
Many lives have been transformed by Together for Hope Ministries in Texas. Many now have better housing, better access to resources, and a new hope found through a relationship with Jesus Christ.
Within a week, that we build a relationship, a friendship, that at the end of the week, they always ask us, well, tell me about this God that brought you here. You know, that's the biggest hope that we can bring.
Together for Hope works with many local individuals and organizations to break the cycle of poverty. It's part of being the presence of Christ, bringing a spirit of hope and working toward transformation.
And it's when we come together, not only as Christians organizations, but other denominations, other agencies in the community, when we all come together, we can do an impact in the life of one child, in the life of one family, in the life of a community.